Welcome to GreatMwanzo, a property management agent. It's one of the best in town. And today I'm with one of the directors and founders of GreatMwanzo. And just keep it locked why you need to have your property managed by GreatMwanzo. Ama kama unatafuta nyumba, why you need to be in a GreatMwanzo managed property. So welcome, Lucy.
Thank you very much, Ray Jonathan.
Yeah, you can introduce yourself and tell us more about you before we go to GreatMwanzo.
Thank you very much, Ray Jonathan. My name is Lucy Jambi, Director of GreatMwanzo Properties. Thank you.
Yes. Now tell us more about GreatMwanzo. I know it as one of the best property management company. So if you can just tell us about who you are as a company and what you do. Just an introduction. Give us a history about your company.
Okay. GreatMwanzo Properties, as the name sounds, the word great means a great start. We started in a very humble way back in the year 2009 in a small office in a place called Ruai. Ruai, we started 4 directors, 1 employee. We started in a very small room, whereby after we registered the company, we will go out there, look for clients. We knew no one by then. We just registered the company. We had the idea and we had faith that if we work hard, we're going to get business. So we would go out there looking for clients. We would identify a certain house. Tunaona nyumba ndio ile, unaenda hapo, unajaribu ku sweet talk the caretaker who is there. Unajaribu kumwambia kupatia namba ya mwenye nyumba. That is how we started. Unapata kidogo tu hivyo, unapata amekuconnect na the owner of the building. Then from there unapata tu umejaribu kuongea na mwenyewe. You explain the reason as why they should give your house, they should give their houses to you. Then tunapata, yes, they have agreed. That is how we started. Then from there tukaingia kwa market kabisa. Then from there I would say wakaenda wakiletana. So mostly I can say we've grown through referrals because GreatMwanzo is a good company. I can say for the many years that we've worked in this company, it is 16 years now. And when I look back, I see the reason as to how we have remained relevant in this market is because of integrity, honesty, and we keep our word. We don't just tell people this is what we do and then we do opposite. No. Whatever we say that this is what we are going to do, ensure that we do that and we keep to our word. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Umesema you grew through referrals. Watu walienda wakiambiana. Actually Waswahili husema chema cha jiuza.
Cha jitembeza.
So you actually grew because of your good work and your good work sold you.
Exactly, Ray. Mostly I can say, you see most of the people who have houses or rental income, they are a bit elderly. And you see, ukienda if you want to approach an elderly person, just tell this person, this is what I'm going to do. If you just do the opposite, I'm telling you, ukimpatia monkey business, for sure. I'm telling you, there's no you can remain in that business because for how long are you going to cheat people? For how long? Just for a very short time. Na ujabeba nyumba ya mtu utaiacha tu pale tu. So ukimdanganya ati this is what I'm going to do, nitakulipishia nyumba, ama ukuwe na tamaa ya pesa ya watu, you think this is my money because now tenants pay into our account. Fikiria now you want to take this money and run away, or maybe you start doing your own project using other people's money. I'm telling you for sure you can't remain relevant for long. You'll be there for a short while, then people are going to forget about you. So I can see mostly hata tumewarelieve. In fact, most of the people we meet with today, they ask, na ni kwa nini sikuwa najua GreatMwanzo kitambo? Why? Because most of the people labda mtu alijenga akaenda ushago. So you see, tunawapatia peace of mind. Hata mtu akiata nyumba yake anajua nimeachia. People who are full of integrity, hakuna pesa yangu watachukua, wataangalia kama property is kept clean, everything is okay. So you find by there for sure I can say we are maximizing on value and minimizing on hustle. Yes.
Awesome. And I know that the property management section of that industry got a lot of conmanship and a lot of quirks in it. and it's good that you brought out the issue of honesty. Yeah, I know of people also for diaspora. They have property here, and they're looking for an honest company to manage. Wale hawana mikato, they are not fishy. Hakuna there are no other fishy things being done under the kuna kitu yote fishy. So you also have quite a number of diaspora clients.
Yes.
Maybe you can speak to someone in the diaspora mtu akona property in Kenya, and maybe amechoka about the people who are managing their properties. Na hata si kuchoka, maybe kuna wale wako diaspora wanauliza why should I trust you? Maybe bado wana receive payment directly wakiwa diaspora. But when you are out of the country, it's not only about payment. Kuna the management bit ya repairs and so on and so forth. So if you can talk to the diaspora market, people who don't live in Kenya but they have properties in Kenya.
Okay. Now, for those people who are in diaspora, I would say we have several people that we are managing for people in diaspora. And I can say, I remember there's a client who is in Ruaka. Right now, he has got 5 properties. We started with one of his houses in Ruaka, just Ruaka near Ruaka City Center. This client, I remember the time he was joining us, he was a bit frustrated. Why? The reason as to why this guy was frustrated is because before he joined GreatMwanzo, it is the relatives who are in charge of that property. But now what used to happen, the relatives who are there, they will tell this client that there's nothing, tenants have refused to pay rent. Well, kumbe these people, they used to pocket the money, then they tell this client, now that he's away, that there's nothing that is coming from his property. But now after joining GreatMwanzo, for sure I can tell you, by the time he was joining us, he had only 1 property. But now to shock you, do you know this client has got 5 properties? Every time he's done with a building, immediately, anatutuma kwa plot yake, anatuambia just go and ensure that those people pay into your account. Why? Because if he remembers the story that was there behind, in fact, he told me that he was thinking of disposing this property because there was nothing that was coming. And you see, most of these people who are doing these buildings, they don't use their own money. Maybe they have gone to the bank, they have borrowed some money, and then they construct these houses. Then again, you see that there's no return on investment. You see, someone can end up thinking of disposing this property. But once you join GreatMwanzo, I'm telling you for sure, instead of disposing your properties, utakuwa unafikiria kujenga some other properties. So I can say we have a big clientele in diaspora. Anyone who is in diaspora, I will tell you for sure, GreatMwanzo is a credible institution. So why? Because 1, we are regulated by the government. We are known. There's a body that regulates us. It's called Estate Agent Registration Board. This board, let me tell you, if you have given your property to someone who does not have a practicing certificate from Estate Agent Registration Board, it is your own undoing. Because if they want to run away with your money, there's no way you can take them because they are practicing illegally. They are not known by the government. For you to practice as an estate agent, you're supposed to have this document. And again, we have all city council licenses, which you're supposed to have. So in terms of documentation, we are very good at that. And that's why we have partnered with so many financial institutions whereby we assist our customers access funds easily so that they can construct other buildings. So there are so many benefits of joining GreatMwanzo. You get your money on time. If we tell you are going to pay you on 5th, regardless of whether tenants have paid or they have not paid, we ensure that we give you your money on that day. So there are so many benefits of joining GreatMwanzo. I don't know the reason as to why, if you're in diaspora, you have not considered joining GreatMwanzo.
Okay, there's something that I've catched there that is very interesting. Before we go to that, you've said about paying your landlords on a specific day, even if you've not yet been paid by the tenant. But before we get there, let's talk about your services. What services do you offer, and who are your clients?
Okay. GreatMwanzo properties, we manage on behalf of the owners. That is property management. We do both commercial and residential properties. We are everywhere, countrywide. You can find us everywhere: Kisumu, Eldoret, Nairobi, Mombasa. We are everywhere. The system that we use, the software that we use to manage properties, it is a cloud-based system whereby we integrate our system with our bank accounts. We give our tenants a certain code, like the way we do for children in school. They are given an admission number. So for our clients, each and every tenant has got a unique code. So once they make any payment, there's no need of going to them and asking for these receipts. We can be able to see that from where I'm sitting. If I'm in my office or at home, there's a way I can tell Ray Jonathan has paid rent. There's no need of asking for the receipt. That's why you find us area. We only station our people to different regions depending on where we have properties. So I can say GreatMwanzo properties, we don't have a challenge of, maybe you see there are those people who come to GreatMwanzo, then they start asking questions. They ask, what is the reason as to why I should give you my property? That is where now our service comes in. One of the benefit is, us, we pay you even before we collect. Like when I say we pay you on a specific date, like let's say for example, your house is worth 100,000. As we just deduct our money, that is 10%, which is 10,000 shillings. Then we do 10,000, we deduct the VAT because it is 10% and VAT. After we deduct that amount, we just give you your money less our commission. We just deposit into your account. If you're in diaspora, we just email you the statement and the bank slip so that you can reconcile with your records. You just check whether what we've given you, it is exactly like the way it is in the building. Another thing we do, we advertise our houses in a very good way. We can use social media platforms, like we can post our houses on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, so that we make sure that nyumba hazikai sana bila kupata watu. We also work with people, the surrounding people. Kuna wale watu wanaitangwa brokers. If you go like to an area in Zimmerman, unapata huko sana sana ni brokers wanapatiana manyumba. So there's a way we work with them, tunawaambia ukileta mtu nitakupatia kitu kidogo, so that we just ensure that nyumba zetu hazikai zikiwa vacant for a very long time. That's why I said in GreatMwanzo we ensure that we don't just take your property and we just sit back and watch. No, we ensure that there's value add. That's why we are working so hard to ensure that hata nyumba zako pia zinapata watu. Another thing we do, we ensure that your property is kept clean. If there's a caretaker who is supposed to be cleaning your property and you are away, you're in diaspora or wherever, maybe you are up country, GreatMwanzo will sort that for you. Because if I just visit that property and it's not clean, I'll talk to this caretaker, I tell them it is either you improve, you keep this property clean, or we take another action. So that one will be sorted. Something else we do, we ensure that we give timely delivery of statements, because there are some people who are going to tell you, may I want hard copies. Others are going to tell you, may I want soft copies. So depending on what the client wants, we ensure that we give you the statement every month. There's no client ever in GreatMwanzo who has never received a statement. We can also use riders to take the statement to their different places. Like this, there's a client in Kamulu side Zarwai huko. This client has always told us, me don't want a soft copy or a what, me just want a hard copy. Akuje kwa duka yangu, awache hapo, aike kwa bahasha, we seal in a very good way, such that hakuna, we write confidential, then we just drop it to where it's supposed to be dropped. So, and we also have a circle whereby for the landlords, we have a circle for the landlords whereby they come together. You see, for the circles, it is 12% reducing rate. So there are so many benefits of joining GreatMwanzo. So in a nutshell, those are the services that we offer.
Okay. You've talked about two sets of clients. Mm-hmm. You have the landlords and you have the tenants on the other hand. So let's talk about the benefits to the tenant. Why should a tenant come into a GreatMwanzo property managed property?
Okay. Now, for the tenants, that one, you see, the reason as why I'm laughing, Ray, you see, most of the time when we are given properties, most of the tenants are going to write letters saying, me, I'll vacate from this premise. Why? Because I know the way agents wanakuanga. If you don't pay rent, they are not human beings. They don't listen. But for GreatMwanzo, I'm telling you, you even prefer kukaa kwa nyumba zetu. Why? Because we prefer even the tenant than the landlord. Because without this tenant, uko na biashara. You are not in business. You need this tenant like even more than the landlord. With this tenant, you are sure that they are the ones who are going to pay rent. Then from there, you get your commission. So we maintain a very good relationship with the tenant. Once we are given a building, let's say for example, we go to a new building, the owner has signed this contract saying that now GreatMwanzo from December, he'll be the one in charge of this property. We go to those tenants door to door. We talk to one by one. We tell them now, don't worry, be at peace. We are here. We are going to ensure that even you have a more good relationship with GreatMwanzo than the owner. Because most of the time you try calling the owner, maybe this owner is very busy, tight with other things. But for GreatMwanzo, we have so many phones whereby you always reach us, and our service is 24 hours. So there's no way you're going to call. Maybe if something is not working in your house, we ensure that tunakushughulikia very fast. When it comes to repair, we ensure that you as a tenant, you are sorted out. Kama labda ni stima imepotea, unaona kwako tu ndio hakuna stima, but ukiangalia huko kwa majirani unaona kuna stima, we ensure that we send an electrician very fast. And like when you are the owner, before you reach the owner, utamfikia saa ngapi. That is one of the benefits ya kuwa tenant wa GreatMwanzo. Another thing, we ensure that you as the tenant, if you are looking for a house, we don't charge you. If you are looking for a house, for example, now, go out there, you go to different places, you find GreatMwanzo houses. If you are looking for a house, there are those people, I don't know where they come from, they tell you, ati kukuonyesha nyumba, I'm charging you 3,000. For GreatMwanzo, we don't charge a shilling. We just tell you it is free. Just come view the house. If you're okay, you pay. I believe there are some people out there, wameharibu biashara, because if you like the house, ukionyeshwa nyumba, unalipa. Ukipenda nyumba, there's another amount that you are paying. And maybe hata wengine unapata ni wazazi wanawalipia. So unapata watu wanaumia sana hapa nje. But for GreatMwanzo, we don't charge. As we are okay and you are contented with what we have. So, you tenants, if you're out there looking for a house, consider, end up kwa mtandao, you just search for our name, GreatMwanzo Properties. Utatuona, you get our contacts there. We'll help you find a house na hakuna pesa utalipishwa. Yes.
Oh, so basically unasema kama kuna mtu anatafuta nyumba, hamlipishi. Unajua kuna wale nikikuonyesha nyumba lazima ulipe a certain amount. So nyinyi hamlipishi.
Sisi hatulipishi kitu yetu.
What about your brokers?
For the brokers, there's an arrangement we have with them. There's a way. Sisi ndio tunawalipa. We don't charge the tenant. Sisi, we pay them from the office, from GreatMwanzo office, but we don't charge the tenant.
So hata kama ni broker anatafutia nyumba ambayo iko managed na GreatMwanzo, I will not pay this broker.
No, you will not pay the broker.
Oh, that is interesting. Umesikia? You just need to go to social media, the website GreatMwanzo Properties. Just go and Google. Utapata GreatMwanzo, their contacts are there, and you can contact them. Now let's talk about the other set of clients, who are the property owners. Property owners, we can just talk about what are the benefits of being, if I have a property, ni benefits gani nitapata nikileta property yangu ikuwe managed na GreatMwanzo. Yeah, now let's talk about the landlords or the property owners.
Wow, interesting. Now, for the property owners, there are so many benefits. I don't know the reason as to why you are out there, you have a property, na niwe unajilipishia. It is unfortunate because it's like wewe umenunua lori, wewe ndio utoe mchanga ufanye kila kitu. Hapana. Unajua ni vile tunasemanga, hauwezi tafuta kwa jua na ukulie kwa jua. Unafaa kutafuta kwa jua, ukulie kwa kivuli. That's why GreatMwanzo is there for you. Just to give you that comfort, that peace of mind. If you want to go for a vacation, we are here to ensure that uende for vacation na utakuwa at peace, knowing that your property iko kwa mikono mizuri. That's why you should consider GreatMwanzo. There are so many benefits. One, your money is safe. Pesa yako ikiwa na GreatMwanzo iko safe kabisa, hautakuwa na wasiwasi, because for the many years, now 16 years, I'm telling you for sure, the reason as to why unaona bado GreatMwanzo is here up and running is because we have maintained integrity, honesty, hard work. We ensure that we keep to our word. One of the benefits is that tukikuambia pesa yako, we are paying you on faith. Regardless of whether this tenant has paid or not, we ensure that we pay you on that day. Like for example, for those people who go to the bank and borrow a facility and they want to build, you see, for the bank, they are going to put a date there. They tell you that you'll be paying a loan on 15th of every month. Just imagine a situation whereby this tenant pays on 5th, another one pays on 10th, another one's on 20th, another one on 25th. Hata mwingine atarukisha mwezi kama hajalipa rent. How utaweza aje kulipa hiyo loan? You see, that is the reason as to why you should consider giving your house to GreatMwanzo, sababu me as long as nikisha kata ile yangu ile tumeagree, I pay your amount. So hata ile bank itaangalia ione tunakutengenezea account yako, because hata kama hauna loan, but the consistency of pesa yako kuingia on this date, by the time you want to consider going to the bank and borrowing a facility, you see these banks look at that, the consistency, hii pesa inaingia kama mshahara every month. So account yako itakuwa mzuri sana to an extent hata ukienda kuomba pesa, it will be very easy for you. That is one of the benefits. Another thing, we want to relieve you the headache and the hassle of dealing with tenants. There are those tenants wako pale wanaangalia na mwenye nyumba anakujanga siku gani, so watafanya ile mchezo ya paka na panya. Wanakaa wakikuangalia, kama unakuja hii siku, hata anaweza potea hata 2 days aende akaombe makao kwa kazini yake huko. Wewe ukishaenda tena huyu mtu anarudi, so unaona unakuwa very stressed up. Wengine hata they are going to abuse you. For I remember there was a client, a lady, mwenye alipatia nyumba yake, and she was very annoyed. Hata nilikuwa naona vile alikuwa anapumua na nguvu, the way she was breathing, I could tell that she was very much agitated by the tenant. Why? Ile matusi yamekutusi, and maybe you are a parent to this tenant. When you look at your phone, unaona ile matusi umeandikiwa na tenant, there is no need. Hakuna haja ya kudili na mambo kama hayo, because GreatMwanzo is here to take care of such things. As we have a strong team, very energetic team, young people who can deal with such things. Wale wanaweza amka mapema watafutane na tenant hapatikani, tunaweza watafuta hata Sundays, anytime. We are there to do that work. So there's that benefit. We also ensure that your property is kept clean. There are those properties unaendanga unapata hata unaruka sewage. By the time unafika tu kwa gate unapata na sewage inatoka tu. Why? Maybe the owner is not aware. There's no one who is there to communicate to the owner that there is this challenge. I think it is important to consider getting GreatMwanzo, because for such things we ensure that we tell you very fast. So issues kama hizo unapata kama kuna shida yote kwa plot inashughulikiwa very fast, because we tell you na tunakwambia. So you can also authorize us to say just do the repair, as you pay me next month you are going to deduct from my money. So hakuna kitu ati inakaa hapo ikikoja. The other benefit, you as the owner of the property, sisi tumeshikana na banks mingi sana. Banks kama gani? Bank kama Equity, bank kama Faulu, Rafiki, Leshego, so many banks, Cooperative Bank. There are so many people to make guarantee. Sisi we act as guarantors. We ensure that ukikuja kwa GreatMwanzo, we look at your character, like for 6 months. If you are a good person, then we can recommend to the bank that upatiwe hizo pesa. You see, most of the people, especially in Eastlands, hawananga title deeds. Wako tu na either allotment ama certificate. So if you join GreatMwanzo, we ensure that sisi tukisha kuangalia tuone your character is good. You know, there are those people you pay them in advance, then they go again to the property, wanaenda up kuchukua pesa kwa tenants. You see, sasa hiyo kazi inakuwa ni ngumu sana. Watu kama hao unapata hata we end up in court. Tunaenda kotini ndio mtu akurudishie pesa yako. But if you are a good person, tuone character yako ni mzuri, then we can write a recommendation letter to say this person is a good person, so we can guarantee him or her apatiwe pesa. So that is another benefit. Alafu tunakuanga na business forums whereby we call our clients, the landlords, we call them somewhere, tunakuwa labda na breakfast ama lunch. We train them financial literacy. Tunawafundisha, tunawaambia on how they can invest. Tunawaambia mambo na kitu kama insurance, they're supposed to insure their buildings. Mambo na KRA, we ensure that tunajua kuna wengine they don't do returns to KRA. We insist the reason as to why they should file their returns to avoid future problems with KRA. So we do all those trainings. So unapata hata tunakuondoa kwa mashida mingi zenye zingekuja kukupata in future, upate hata zinakuletea ugonjwa. You know, there are some people building ikupea ma pressure, unapata sasa hata umepata high blood pressure ama umepata diabetes. Sasa that's why we are here as GreatMwanzo, to avoid mashida kama hizo. There are so many benefits. The other thing I said, we have a circle. We have a circle for the landlord, which is an independent institution. It is not part of GreatMwanzo. It was started by the landlords. So we have this circle yenye imesaidia landlord sana. Unapata wamejiunga na hiyo circle. So mtu kama anataka pesa, there's a way you can get. It is 12% reducing balance. That's another benefit. Another thing, we ensure that sasa nyumba zako hazikai for a very long time bila tenants. Why? Maybe you might be charging your rent very high. Ukicharge very high, you are stuck. Nyumba yako inakaa vacant for a very long time. We'll come in as GreatMwanzo because there's a book that you're going to put in that building. What are people saying? The feedback that they are giving as they come to view the properties. Kwa nini nyumba zinakaa zikiwa vacant? Huyu alikuja akasema nyumba ni expensive. Huyu alikuja akasema iko na giza. So by the time we get this feedback from that book, we can be able to advise the owner of the building to mwambie, this is the feedback that we are getting. So I think if we can improve on this, then nyumba zetu zitapata watu. So kuna benefits mingi sana za kujiunga na GreatMwanzo. I think each and every person that has got a property out there, you should consider giving your properties to GreatMwanzo.
Wow. That is amazing. That is awesome. You've talked about partnership with the financial institution. I think that is what you call joint ventures.
Exactly.
You have joint ventures. Can we just dive more into the joint ventures and how they work? Yeah.
Okay. When I talk about joint ventures, what happens? There's an MOU, a memorandum of understanding. Like we started with Equity Bank back in the year 2015. So what happened with Equity Bank? They did a survey. You see, as we started in Roy, they did a survey. So many people with properties, they have the rental income, but whenever they used to go to the bank, there's no way they can get a facility. Why? Collateral. You know, most of the people prefer title deeds so that they can charge. But now, I think walikaa chini, they looked at this, wakasema, why don't we do our due diligence? We check whether this is the owner of this building. After they are done with the due diligence, then there's a way they can give you a certain amount depending on what you qualify for. Let's say, for example, your building is give you 200,000. They use to that rule. They check what can you qualify for. If you qualify for 2 million, that's the amount that you get. If you qualify for 1 million, that's the amount that they are going to give you. And for sure, for the many years, because now we started with Equity, same to Unite Us, Rafiki, so many people that we have partnered with. For sure, I can tell you this product is doing an amazing job. Like I remember this grant that we started in the year 2010. This grant, in fact, is one of the people who gives a testimony about GreatMwanzo. He has been telling us, mimi hata siwezi toka kwa GreatMwanzo. Kama nitatoka kwa GreatMwanzo, labda nikiwa siko hai. Meaning, maybe the next generation that will come, the kids, labda no wanaweza toa nyumba kwa GreatMwanzo. But for him, haizi toa nyumba kwa GreatMwanzo. Why? Because of the way this client has grown. I remember by the time tulikuwa tunachukua nyumba yake ilikuwa inaleta 20,000 only. But sasa aka-approach Unite Us. Unite Us wakampatia pesa kidogo hivo over the years. This mzee today is collecting over 200,000. Isn't that growth?
That's growth.
That is growth. So I think we have really assisted so many people, because why should you have the ability to pay but you don't get financial assistance? That's where GreatMwanzo is here to assist you in getting. If you are looking for, maybe hata tunaonanga wengine wamejenga wamekwama tu kwa finishing, and maybe you have another building whereby it's giving you some rental income but you don't know what to do. Just approach GreatMwanzo and you're going to assist you finish those building. A stall building isika ikiwa stored, hapana. We are here as GreatMwanzo to assist you. And for sure, I'm telling you, the turnaround time is 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, you get your money, you construct. You are given like 2 months to construct, then you start paying. Yes.
Awesome. So it's not just about management. You also help them grow. You help people, property owners, to grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I will tell that is the reason as to why you see, by the time we were starting, I said mostly we have grown through referrals. Why? Because Jonathan, there's no way you can be saying that me, I've grown from the time I joined GreatMwanzo. I never used to collect anything. Today I'm collecting something. There are those people who thought of disposing their properties just because maybe they had a facility with the bank and they're not in a position to service that loan.
Yeah.
And today, because of GreatMwanzo, they are in a position to service their loan in a very good way because there's maximization of return on investment. We ensure that their rent is paid on time and we ensure that we pay them on a specific date. So there are so many benefits. That's why I'm saying for GreatMwanzo, in fact, I say this company, there are some people who pray day and night that they want to see GreatMwanzo remain. In fact, I call them prayer intercessors for GreatMwanzo because of the happiness that is in their hearts.
Oh, amazing. Now, I think we have talked so much about residential units. I want us to touch on the commercial units or the commercial properties that you manage. Tumeongea mostly about residential. Can we talk more about maybe the commercial properties? You can also mention their locations. I know kuna those that ziko kwa malls, ziko kwa petrol stations, very prime locations. We have go downs and so on and so forth. Can we just talk about commercial properties?
Okay. We do both commercial and residential properties. Now we are talking about commercial properties. We've got commercial properties in different places. Like if you go to Ruaka, there's a mall that we're giving out right now. It's called God Signature Mall, a very strategic mall. If you check on our pages, Facebook page, and the other social media platforms, you will see that mall. It is right there. It's very strategically located. And the amount of money that we are charging, it is very much affordable, very affordable. We've got commercial premises in different areas. Like there's that building, a commercial building that you're giving in Mwea. Mwea, there's a go down that is there. A very strategic place. It's going for a good amount. You can check, it is there on our social media pages. So I can say in Kamakis also, we have a very nice executive business premise that we're giving out. There are some spaces there in Kamakis Roiro. Kamakis, in fact, is growing very fast nowadays, Jonathan. Sijui kama umejua, sijui kama umetembea Kamakis of late.
Definitely, I've been to most of your properties. So Kamakis have been there. That is the 222. You're talking about the
222 address, exactly. Yes.
Very nice property there.
You see the lift and with the finishing, top notch.
Yeah, and actually it also has go downs.
Exactly, yeah, the go downs which are just next to 222 address. Yeah, you people, you should visit. You see what you're talking about.
Yeah, and Kamakis is such a blooming. It's really growing.
In fact, I've seen most of the banks, they have come there. Yesterday I was watching Absa. Imagine hata Absa imekuja huko. Hata sijui kama ni bank gani ijakuja Kamakis. So if you see banks karibu zote zimekuja mahali, that place is really growing. So I would say commercial premises, we have like everywhere. If you're looking for a commercial premise or a business premise, for sure I can tell you we're everywhere. Ukitutafuta utatupata. Ukitaka nyumba everywhere, I'm telling you, we are going to connect you and give you the one that we have. If we don't have, we also work with other competitors and you're going to ensure that tutakutafutia nyumba mahali pazuri.
Kuna challenges the commercial vis-a-vis residential. What are some of the commercial property management challenges that you get?
Okay, for commercial premises, I would say for commercial premises, you see these people, once they come, maybe someone has identified a space somewhere, and this person has planned to start a business. And this person maybe is not sure whether this business is going to pick. For anyone starting a business, you see, we always say that you're supposed to pay like from your pocket for 6 months. And maybe this person had not planned on how you are going to pay rent for these 6 months. Yeah, kwa tuna ameweza kulipa rent deposit. You know, for commercial premises, we ask for 2 months deposit, 1 month rent. So you'll find kuna mtu amekuja akachukua space, yeye alikuwa tuna hiyo deposit ya 2 months na 1 month rent. Anaendelea tu kukaa. So by the time anaambiwa labda biashara haijapiki vizuri, sometimes unapata tunakuwa nako ka challenge kwa huyu mtu labda amelemewa vile alikuwa anafikiria, alikuwa na matarajio biashara yake itainuka, imekataa kuinuka, hakuwa amejiplan vizuri. That is one of the challenges that we have to face, because now you can't continue keeping this person here because this is someone premise, na hata pia kona his own financial obligations. There's a way we ensure that now we just talk to this person, we tell him now it's not working anymore, maybe you can consider moving out. Sometimes unapata hao watu tunasumbuana, wanakatalia, hata wengine unapata sasa wanataka kujifanya ati hapana, acha mimi nikae, kuna sheria, kuna all those things. Unapata sasa mtu anataka, anajua sheria sana, hataki kujikubali. You know, there are those people hawataki kukubali the way things are going. Mtu hataki kukubali maisha imekataa, wacha nianze tena chini, I start again afresh. They don't want to agree. Unapata mtu anakatalia pale, Jonathan.
Yeah.
So sometimes unapata tumevutana sana, lakini at the end of the day we have a way of how we maneuver na we make sure that huyu mtu amekaa. That's why I said even you as the property owner, hakuna kitu kama accumulated arrears. I remember kuna mali pengine tunaendanga, unapata labda business premise, mtu alikuja akafungua biashara ikakataa, akafunga na akatoroka na akaenda. Unapata the owner anakuambia, imagine nyumba yangu imekaa holi ya haijawahi lipo. Hiyo ni hasara inatoshana aje? Yeah. Why don't you engage a professional property manager like GreatMwanzo to avoid such problems? Mtu kama hajalipa, we've partnered with different people. We know how to do it in a professional. We don't just evict in a kienyeji way. No. Ati wale agent unaonanga wameenda wamefika fridge za watu wanatupa na huko nje. As we don't do that. We are very professional. We are regulated by the government, so we ensure we do things the way they are supposed to be done. We know there's the legal way of evicting tenants, so we ensure that we evict them in a legal way, not in a kienyeji way. Yeah. So mostly you find commercial, kuna kuanga nako ka challenge, unlike now the residential. Yeah.
Okay. I think you've talked about eviction. Hapo ndio most people draw the line between them and property managers. Vile watu wana two auctioneers and all that. I'm happy you've talked about it because you've said you do it in a very legal and professional way. Yeti siku moja napata maybe nyumba yangu imebreakiwa hii na vitu zimetolewa, zimekuwa auctioned. Can you just talk about the procedure?
Okay. Now, for commercial and residential, there's a different way of doing it depending on which is which. I'll start with residential. For someone maybe who has not paid rent for 2 months, it's supposed to be 2 months, not 1 month, because I know there are some people, they don't know the law, but they want to act like they know the law. You're not supposed to evict someone if someone has not paid rent like for 1 month. You're supposed to ensure that it is 2 months. Na sheria ya nyumba, you're supposed to pay 5th of every month. Nyumba zinafaa ulipe ndio ukae. See the other way around. There are some people who think, maybe for the tenants, they think unafaa ukae ndio ulipe. No, it should be the other way around. You're supposed to pay on 5th, then ndio ukalie sasa hiyo pesa umelipa. So a prepay, exactly. So let's say for example, it's good to work with examples so that people can understand very well. For example, we are in November right now. Let's say for a tenant who didn't pay rent for October, for the month of October, tukifika tarehe 5 November, hiyo si ni miezi mbili sasa.
Yeah.
That is 2 months. So for residential premises, ikifika tarehe 5 of the following month and you have not paid rent, there's no communication, there's nothing, kuna effort, nothing. We have tried our level best to engage you as a tenant, and you are not responding. We are going to serve you. We are going to engage now the auctioneer. Auctioneer atakuja areve distress for rent. This is what we call proclamation. Proclamation inaendanga 14 days. 14 days wanakujanga sasa, wanakuandikia, wana attach, they check what is in your house, wanaandika kila kitu. After 14 days they go to court, they obtain an order, then from there they are going to come. Watakuchota we don't pay after 14 days. Let's say mtu alipatiwa barua tarehe 5 November. Sasa ziishe 14 days na bado huyu mtu hakuna kitu anafanya. So through our company lawyer atachukua hizo barua za auctioneers, aende kotini, seek for an order ya kuevict tenant mwenye hakulipa rent. So tenant atakuja atolewe in a very good way. Hata by the time anakuja kuuliza, mlitoa vitu zangu? Unajua wengine when say this, they run away, wanatoroka, they don't want to see vitu zao zikitolewa. So utapata mtu atakikuja kuuliza, "Je, mlitoa vitu zangu, mko na order?" We tell them, "Yes, order ndio hii." Then after that, the auctioneer sasa ashapeleka vitu zake kwa yard ya auctioneer now. ataenda aeke kwa gazeti. Kuna ile tunasemanga kuweka kwa gazeti. Akishaeka kwa gazeti, if there's no response, nothing, after some time hizo vitu zinauzwa so that we can recover the unpaid amount. Exactly, yes. For commercial premises, the procedure is the same. It's only that now for commercial premises we take like 3 months, not 2 months. We take like 3 months so that we can evict this tenant. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And what if mtu amejiongelelea I'm in a certain fixed or I'm expecting some payment, nimekuja ndio kwa GreatMwanzo on a residential end na nikajiongelelea.
Okay, what happens, tuseme kwa mfano, you know, there are those tenants, they keep their word. Kuna mtu atakwambia, for me as Lucy, I get my salary on 20th of every month, and this person will never fail to pay rent on that day. Ni kwa nini you go ahead and start now harassing this tenant? Okay, for sure. You're not supposed to harass these tenants because we are also human beings. We listen. That's why I said it is important to work with the agent and like the owner of the building. We listen. Tunasikiza, Lucy, ulisema utakuwa unaweka nini rent yako on 20th? Yes. As long as ensure, sisi tunakwambianga just commit in writing. Put it in writing so that tuchukue this letter, we go and file in our office. Lucy said she'll be paying her rent on 20th of every month. And for sure, if we check the records, that is the consistency. Na huyo mtu hivyo ndio wamekuwa akilipa. There are some other tenants wamekuwa akilipa rent vizuri sana, hata wamekuwa akilipa on 5th of every month. But sometimes unapata wamecheleweshwa salary kazini kwao. Maybe there was something, maybe they were expecting a check from their supplier or somebody, but maybe they have not received. So unapata the employer labda pia yeye hajawalipa just because hata yeye payment yake it got delayed somewhere. So we ensure that huyu mtu anakuja vizuri, anajiongea kwa ofisi, anasema our employer has not paid us but he has promised to pay on this certain day. Tunasikizanga depending na kama ni kweli mtu ataweka your words. There are some other people wanatuchezea tu. Mtu anajua sasa anafaa kulipa rent but amekula pesa yote, amesahau kuna rent inalipangwa. Au sasa ndio hatupelekani vizuri. Lakini as long as mtu you keep your word, sisi hatuna shida. Tunakubali kabisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Unless there's a parting shot. No, we have not talked about your branches. You have different offices in different places. Maybe we can just touch on if someone wants to come to your offices physically. Sio kwa mtandao. You can mention where the offices are located.
Okay, we've got different offices. Our main office, which is head office, is at Runda Shopping Center. We are just at opposite Two Rivers, along that. Sorry for that. We are just along Northern Bypass. Not along. Sorry for that. Tuko pale Runda Shopping Center, just opposite Two Rivers. We are there first floor. We have another office in Roiro Kamakis. Kamakis is growing very fast. You should consider coming to that place. You see, hapo nyumba 2 bedroom inaenda na 40k, 1 bedroom inaenda na 15,000. So hiyo ni roaka ingine Kamakis. People should consider, even for you as a property owner, if you are thinking of constructing, consider Kamakis Roiro, growing very fast. We have an office just opposite Cooperative Bank ya Kamakis. Across the road there's a building called Reliance Park. Tuko hapo first floor, door number 1. We have another office in Thika, just a building called Zuhula Place, opposite Coconut Grill. Tuko hapo 3rd floor. We have another office in Komarok. Komarok is the biggest office that we have because we started hizo area za huko ndio tulianza. Hiyo hata ndio ofisi kubwa kushinda zote. Tuko a place called Zentrim Plaza, ground floor, near Rafiki Bank. We are just behind Rafiki Bank, hapo Komarok. Yes, and you can also check us on our social media platforms. Our website is www.greatmwanzovaluers.co.ke. GreatMwanzo, if you just hata ukisearch tu na the word GreatMwanzo zitatokea tu zote. It is good. I can maybe request for the people who are watching us, you can follow us on all our social media platforms.
Yes, definitely. Let's talk about the different properties. You mentioned where. I know you have another property just here at the junction of Machakos, Chumvi. You mentioned Kisumu, Mombasa. So your presence, you said you're countrywide.
Exactly, yes. We don't limit ourselves, we're everywhere. If you go to Kisumu, utatupata Kisumu, GreatMwanzo in Kisumu, Eldoret. That's why I started by saying we are countrywide. So usiseme GreatMwanzo, maybe they are only concentrated in Nairobi. No. Just call us. Even I have another client who just called me the other day ananiambia property zangu ziko Nyeri. Mnaendanga Nyeri? Nikamwambia why not? We go everywhere. Everywhere. As long as sisi kitu ya kwanza we just come, we see the building, then from there we advise you on how to go about it. But we don't limit ourselves. Kama sasa hapa just Syokimau, hapa Gateway Mall, we have like 10 units that we are giving out. They are mansionettes. You can also visit and see the way they are nicely done. I don't know whether you've visited somewhere, you've seen a building yenye kombaka na basement bedroom. Ukiingia hapo hata mwenyewe unashangaa, unashindwa huku ni Kenya ama it's another country? Ni Kenya. Kuja ujione, kutembea ni kuzuri. You see some things that you've never seen. You can also get ideas on how to construct your house, sababu kuja uone manyumba kama hizo, you can have an idea, useme this is how they are doing, so you can implement something when you take that idea to your construction. Hata ukienda Mwea, you go down, niliongelelea nikasema it's viable for kama ni hospitali, bank, supermarket, all those. You can just come. Hata watu wanauza the second hand clothes. It's a very strategic place for you. Just visit us. Just call our numbers. We'll tell you because tuko kila mahali. Nikianza kuongea hapa, I think we take the whole day hata another day. Juu tuko nazo mingi sana. Yes.
Thank you very much. You have had GreatMwanzo Property Management is the place to be. If you're looking for a house, either residential, you're looking for a commercial property, you're a property owner and you want to have the best management firm in Kenya, either you're here in Kenya, you're in the diaspora, you are up country and you need someone to manage, look no further than GreatMwanzo. Asante sana Lucy.
Most welcome, Jonathan.
That was quite informative.
Yes.
And definitely watu watakuja GreatMwanzo.
Thank you very much for that discussion. It was a nice one. I believe, we say people perish because of lack of knowledge. At least they'll make informed decisions, even as they join GreatMwanzo. At least now they are aware that you don't just give your property to anyone. You're supposed to ask, like, do you have a practicing certificate from Estate Agent Registration Board? If no, then that person is practicing illegally. See, at least now they are aware. There are so many con people who are practicing as agents, but they are not professionals. They are not professionals. They can make you find yourself in trouble. That's why you should engage GreatMwanzo, because I said we train, we educate, we do everything. Yes.
And regardless of the size of your property, when one unit, when your whole building with 100 apartments, GreatMwanzo will sort you.
Exactly. That's why unaona tunafanya mpaka watu kama Wahindi. Hata we didn't talk about that estate ya Muhindi ko pale Donholm. A very huge estate. In fact, they are opening another block very soon. We are going to invite you as we open the and there are some shops we are doing there, like a mall hivi inside the estate. It's a very huge mall for an Indian man. Do you think for GreatMwanzo there's a way you can work for an Indian if you're not honest? Consider GreatMwanzo Properties.
Actually, I don't know. It's quite big. How many units are those?
Right now, 210 tenants, and they are all 3-bedroom houses.
210 tenants.
Different blocks, and they are still continuing.
So from as little as 1 unit to 10,000 units, consider GreatMwanzo Properties.
Hata kama ni unit moja Komarok na ni ya 20,000, don't worry, just talk to us. From sisi vile Jonathan amesema, it is true. We take from the smallest to the highest. We are everywhere. Don't worry. Don't say now GreatMwanzo does only the big buildings. No. From one, hata kama uko na one, you just come to us because we want to see you grow. We are happy. I think fulfillment yetu inatokanga wakati I see you as the owner of the property. At least you are growing, you are happy, you have that peace of mind. Ukituambia God bless you, we are happy and we have done our job.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was so enlightening.
Yes. Thank you. I enjoyed the show.
So thank you guys. Until next time, peace. Have a good one.